Alan, thank you. Stigma, lack of access, and a lack of trust all factor in to why Black Americans and Black men in particular are less likely to receive support for mental health. Our Two Americas series expands the America we know by showcasing the America we may not. Matt Pearl looks at how some are trying to redefine Black mental health in their own cities and across the country.
In a park, on a mat, on a typical Wednesday morning, Sudan Green is expressing defiance.
I feel like yoga is meant to empty the mind.
It is defiance to practice yoga at a park named for Malcolm X, to set up a studio in West Philadelphia, to lead a movement. Mostly, it is defiance to ignore all that's outside and focus inward.
Being Black, your mind is always racing and thinking about things, so yoga is a time where I don't have to think.
All around Green's home city, murals depict Black faces and voices. Nearly all show struggle or perseverance through struggle. Put together, they show the never-ending burden of the Black experience.
There's no longer like, oh, I have to tell you a story for you to understand this. It's like, no, just go look at everything, right? Go look up Black trauma. Go look up, Black mental health statistics.
A Health and Human Services report found Black Americans were half as likely as white Americans to receive mental health services, but more likely to express feelings of sadness, and nearly twice as likely to claim in life that everything is an effort. Black men reached out for help far less than Black women, but were 4 times as likely to commit suicide.
You've got to make yourself vulnerable.
Dr. Howard Stevenson teaches urban education at the University of Pennsylvania.
We found that, for example, if there's been a police shooting in a neighborhood, a lot of people in that community, in that larger neighborhood, will experience trauma. Witnessing oppression has an impact on everybody.
Black men who do seek help learn they're barely represented among mental health professionals.
A lot of people don't want somebody that they also see as an aggressor out in the world being their therapist. And then on the other end, you have people in your community like, you don't really need therapy, you don't, it's not for you, or et cetera, et cetera. So there's a lot against a Black person, a Black man, to try to just seek help.
Green believes in therapy. He believes in yoga and meditation. Last summer, the death of George Floyd led millions to protest. In Philadelphia, it led here.
I love this practice because it asks us to work in our bodies.
It was like an answer, like, do y'all need yoga? And it's like, yeah, we do.
Green started a group called Spirits Up. They held yoga sessions in public spaces and brought hundreds of Black Philadelphians to that park named for Malcolm X. Over the last 18 months, in person and online, he's built a following.
It was definitely, wellness as protest. We were at our worst, so, we needed to find something to put us at our best.
Today, resources are growing. A man in Baltimore started the Black Male Yoga Initiative. Groups like Therapy for Black Men and Black Men Heal list therapists of color in cities across America. It goes back to the burden. One mat in one park can bring calm, but it doesn't end the fight. Among the many murals in Philadelphia is a portrait of local Black leaders demanding justice. In the middle is Green. Defiance for change outside, defiance for peace inside.
That's really important, the sheer fact of being able to see a reflection of yourself and somebody else doing something is really important.
In West Philadelphia, I'm Matt Pearl.
And more than 36 million Americans practice yoga to receive its benefits of relieving stress, coping with anxiety, and relieving depression. A Starbucks